Welcome to another episode of GitHub Copilot. In today's episode, let us look into the context variables in Copilot Chat. We are in Visual Studio Code. There is one file open, verifier, and there is a terminal area as well. So the context variables start with hash symbol. When you press hash in chat, you can see the list of context variables. One is editor, which deals with the current editor available here. In our case, it is verifier.cs. This file is the edited source code. So if I want to know some details of this one, I can ask Copilot saying that explain the methods in my editor. So I'm asking Copilot, instead of selecting the code or anything, blindly asking Copilot how to explain the code opened in my editor. Currently this one is the class open verifier, which contain a is palindrome method, is prime, and there is a is perfect. Three functions are there. So this is what it's explained right now, and is perfect is not visible, that's why it's not picked that one. Let us go ahead and try the next one, that is a file one. I'm asking Copilot to explain a file which is not available right now. You just provide hash file and enter key. It will open your command palette with the kind of files available or recently opened. There are multiple files. Currently I am going with the existing one of these file, utilities, and let me see how Copilot is going to explain this one. The utility.cs file, the details are coming up here. It's identified the class and the methods. There are two static methods defined in that class. The details are populated here. What is the function of hash file? I'm going to open some file which is not opened right now. Sample, there is sample.js, py, some goto, and everything is there. So let us go here and go with the sample.js file. So this file contains only a function called fishbus, that is a sample function which create the fishbus kind of thing. The details are came here. So what is the use of my file is environment, for example file, and I'm going for environment files. Any files are available, so just asking what's the use of this file, giving the details. It's an Angular specific configuration file which define the environment specific variables, so the details are available. So this is how you can use the context variable of editor file. Now let us go for the next one, that is nothing but explain hash terminal last command. What's the last command used in my terminal? So the Copilot is trying to fetch the details from my terminal and explain what will be the last command. In our case, .NET build is the last command we used, and it's already fetched that information along with the output details also. There is one warning and one error and explanation of that error as well. And if you want just the explanation of the errors, either you can select this one, right click and Copilot explain this, or just select this one and you can say explain hash terminal selection. So explain the terminal selection. Whatever we selected in the terminal will be picked by Copilot and explain the details. So there is no need for you to invoke the contextual menu or anything. Instead of that, select and go to the chat and ask for explaining or various things. So other one is, for example, I am going to select this functionality and we need some information about that. Normally we can say my code kind of thing. Instead of that, you can specify that create unit test for hash selection. So whatever I have selected, create the unit test for my selection. Is palindrome is the function we have selected. Copilot is going to generate the unit test case for is palindrome. These are the context variables available right now. The editor, which capture the visible area of your editor. Currently is palindrome and prime is available. That is what explained by editor. And file can be used for picking any file in your project and ask different questions. What's the purpose of that file? How the functions are defined in that file? What's the explanation of that file? Everything can be asked using hash file. Hash selection is act on the selection in the current editor. Whatever the active editor selection, that will be picked. These two are for terminal. One is last command and terminal selection. You can use context variable along with prompt to achieve a specific development task. Thank you.